after we've learned about how you can add numbers, now let's learn how you can multiply them. So in cell location H3, that's where I'm going to start writing my formulas. I have quantity and I have unit price. If I multiply the quantity times the unit price, I'm going to get how much of that item I have in my inventory. So in order to write this formula, we're going to apply the same rule as we apply in Excel, that all formulas must start with an equals, followed by the location of the cell from where we're going to be grabbing our first value. There are two ways of doing it. Either you can type the location of the cell, which in our case the price is E3, or you can simply take your mouse and click on E3 and that cell will going to be copied over. The cell location will be copied over. Times, multiply by, and now you can click on quantity and that cell will going to be copied over in that location. So either you type it or you click, it's your choice. When you press the enter key or the return key on the keyboard, the formula actually gets executed and the value gets calculated. So 3 times 100 is 300. It also automatically takes the formatting, which is the dollar, and applies it. Now we will going to use the autofill handler as we learned in our past tutorials. So I'm going to bring my mouse over the autofill handler, and as you can see the mouse pointer changes. Now I can drag it and I can copy it over. Now if you ever run into this problem, which is the hashtags, it pretty much means that the value was calculated but the value was larger than the current width of the column. So you can always bring your mouse bit on the line that separates this column and the next and double click, and all the values will going to automatically adjust. Also you will notice that as I autofill my formula, it was multiplying E3 and F3 as I went down. It multiplies E4 and F4 and then E5, F5, and it goes all the way down like that. What do we call this? We call this relative cell reference. That means every time you copy over the formula, it is relative to the row in which you are currently working. So since I moved from row 12 to 13, so it became row 13. It does the same thing when you go across the columns. So right now I am in column number E, so it is E3 through E13. If I use autofill handler and copy over, now again I get this problem that, you know, the width is a little bit smaller than the current allowed item, so I can double click. Now since I copied this formula from the left, it thinks this is also a dollar quantity, so I can always undo this and say no, this is not dollar, this is just general, so just leave it as a number and I can auto adjust the width again. However, looking at the formula over here, since I copy the formula from column E to column F, it also automatically changed it to a column F but kept the same rows. This is called relative cell reference. In the next tutorial, we're also going to learn about absolute cell reference. Have a great day.